Hi, welcome to Katie Creates. Before I begin this video, I just want to let you guys know, especially for some of you new viewers, this is not normal for me, okay? I make really good art, I promise. But today was just not my day. And I don't even really want to show you guys this. That's why I trimmed it down to 2 minutes at most, because it's terrible, in my opinion. You guys might look at it and think it's really nice, but I think this is terrible. So allow me to explain what happened while it's drawing in the background. Here's what my idea was. I was thinking about what I couldn't draw and what I wanted to get better at. I decided to take all those things and put it into one big drawing. Sounds like a good idea and concept, okay? One of the first things I wanted to get better at was drawing perspective. So I drew perspective, it was going great, drew some little buildings, it was nice. But now everything has to be in perspective. One thing I wanted to get better at was drawing shoes. But since I decided to draw perspective first before adding all the other stuff in, I now have to make everything else in perspective. So which means these shoes are now going to be very tiny, like an ant. So I didn't get to fill up the page as much as I wanted to. Eventually, I was just done with it. I'm like, okay, this is looking bad. I'll just ink it. It just got so much worse after that. See, I have this pen. What I forgot about this pen is that it may seem like you're touching the paper with the pen on the ruler, but actually, you're touching the ruler with the pen, if that makes sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But so when you start to draw with it, it then drops a layer down and then makes a curved line instead of a straight line. And I don't know how to explain it to make sense. It's like one of those things you just had to be there because it was so bizarre and strange. But it got me so furious, man, because it was looking so good in ink. And then it all went downhill from there. Because then another one appeared, and then at one point, my ruler that's supposed to be a special ruler that does not move, moved! And I got so mad, eventually I just punched the paper too. Anywho, this is how frustrated I am, that I'm punching my own artwork. This is not something I normally do. There'll be a new series on my channel. I don't have a name for it yet, but I'll get a name. Which is basically, I take things that I'm not good at drawing or things I want to improve upon and make a series about it. And this time, not putting it into a combined drawing, just doing one drawing at a time. I've learned my lesson. So here's the drawing. I'm sorry you have to lay your eyes on this. Your eyes were meant to see much more beautiful things. Now, to spare your eyes and look at something much more nicer and beautiful and colorful, I'm going to draw a piñata. Piñatas are fun, they're cute and adorable, and I've never drawn one before, so I thought, why not? Kind of fits in with the theme of the video today, so yay! Now, this was pretty interesting. When I drew this piñata, I decided to draw it with Emmy acrylic markers. Now, if some of you remember, I made a video of them making a alicorn, and I reviewed the markers and quality and everything. If you haven't seen it, go watch it after this. But one thing I discovered with these markers is that this particular notebook I'm using itself, the paper is super smooth. It's very odd material, and whatever art medium I use on it, it affects it very differently. For example, these acrylic markers, I mentioned in that video that they don't show any lines whatsoever, and it's true. But when I used it on the super soft paper, you could see lines on it of where I passed drawing, even if I drew over it. It was very interesting. And I know this happens with my alcohol markers, and when I draw with my pencil, it makes my pencil a lot lighter than it normally is. It's a very interesting material to use. in all, this was a really fun drawing. It was very pretty with all the vibrancy and pretty colors I got to use. It was nice. Thanks so much for watching, and if you actually enjoyed this video, give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video. I promise next week will be much better and back to normal. And I do plan to talk more in my videos. Thank you to all those who subscribe and support me. I appreciate you very much. Love you all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!